this is Governor Kristi Noem, who was on CNN. I mean, honestly, I don't even know why she would subject herself to anyone asking her anything at all, especially in this time. And here's Dana Bash actually asking her directly about this case of the 10-year-old who was assaulted and was pregnant as a result and had to leave state lines to get her abortion.
Let me ask you about that. The Indianapolis Star is reporting that a 10-year-old girl in Ohio who was 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant now has to travel across state lines to Indiana to receive an abortion. So I just, because this is a trigger law that was passed before you became governor, I wanted you to be clear. Will the state of South Dakota going forward force a 10-year-old in that very same situation to have a baby?
You know what I think is incredible, Dana, in this tragic story, because I heard about this last night. What's incredible is that nobody's talking about the pervert, horrible, deranged individual that raped a 10-year-old. And what are we doing about that?
I agree with you.
What are we doing about those individuals that do this to these
that is
children?
an important discussion to have.
You rape children. That's an issue that the Supreme Court has weighed in as well.
Listen, I totally understand that.
And as much as we talk about what we can do for that little girl, I think we also need to be addressing those sick individuals that do this to our children.
I couldn't agree more. But our bodies are our bodies, and women are the ones who get pregnant. And in this case, it wasn't a woman; it was a girl. Should she have to have a child? A child. Should she have to have that baby?
Every single life is precious. This tragedy is horrific. I can't even imagine. I've never had anybody in my family or myself gone through anything like this. I can't even imagine. But in South Dakota, the law today is that the abortions are illegal except to save the life of the mother.
And you would be okay with that, a 10-year-old girl having to have a baby?
No, I'm never okay with that. In fact, that story will keep me up at night. It absolutely will.
So will you try to change the law to have an exception
in
a situation like this?
Got a 1-year-old little granddaughter named Miss Addie. I can't even imagine. What I would say is I don't believe a tragic situation should be perpetuated by another tragedy. And so there's more that we've got to do to make sure that we really are living a life that says every life is precious, especially innocent lives that have been shattered like that 10-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Did she just all lives matter? A 10-year-old girl being raped?
She basically did a rape as a blessing.
Unbelievable.
That's what she did.
That's literally what she did. And I'm so disgusted. I also want to stress that, like, when you're 10, gestating a human is a medical risk.
Yeah.
Your body can be changed in ways that will never, ever be the same. We're talking about fistula, like really horrible, horrible things can happen. Even if that child were to have a C-section, why would you want a C-section done on a 10-year-old? I've had 6 C-sections. That is major surgery. Just one is like, there can be nerve damage to that is just a disgusting thing. How does a 10-year-old even understand what is going on with their body when they're gestating a baby? Yeah. Like, I don't even understand.
I barely understand it, and I'm almost 40.
I'm saying at 16, when I was pregnant with my twins, and I was a very serious 16-year-old, but I just remember like all the things I went through as a teen parent at 16, and I was 16. I didn't even have my period at 10, so still I can't even.
Yeah.
And let me just be clear: I'm a molestation and rape survivor from that age range. I was bleeding molested at that age range, and I can't even imagine being impregnated by my abuser. Like, that would have been so horrific for me. Yeah. Like, just the thought of it makes me ill. Yeah. And that people are acting like as if this is some kind of strange blessing and can be somehow made into being okay, as if, oh, well, she can just have the baby and then maybe she can give it up for adoption, as if that's not additional trauma. I mean, like, this is real conversations that anti-abortion people are having. Yep. You know, like, don't make it a second tragedy. What second tragedy? The second tragedy would be you all making this child gestated human at 10 years old. Like, there's nothing that is found about it.
Yeah, you're making the case for rapists. You are letting rapists off the hook. You are putting the onus completely and 100% on the victims, and they know that. They're a party of fucking rapists. I'm sorry. Like, we've seen the cover they've run on everyone, from people in their own ranks to people on the fucking highest court in the land right now. So this it makes me so disgusted. And the fact that she's trying to squirm her way out of it it's like, it's so immoral. I just wish that we could take up the mantle of morality, because it is so immoral here.
Yeah.
Well, we should, because they're the party of child marriage too. So like the only people fighting to keep child marriage legal in the States are pro-abortion or anti-abortion people, for the exact reason that they think that kids who get impregnated should have the option to marry the person who impregnated them.
Yeah.
They think that's good. That's family making.
I love that she tried to distract. It's like, we keep talking about this poor 10-year-old girl, but what about this pervert, going out there raping women, raping girls? Someone should make a law against that. It's like, yeah, there's a lot. There
already are.
That's illegal already.
And you know what will be useful in prosecuting them? Those fetal remains.
Yeah.
So how about we go and get custody of those?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing that I think, and this is what I'm saying, like they're the idea that it's not a problem unless it happens to me. Well,
Yes.
I have a daughter. I have a grand. It's like, I'm sorry, honey, but if you've been so fucking insulated from the patriarchy that you've not dealt with like assault or any kind of, or molestation or all these things, and it's like, what are the stats? It's like 1 in 3 women. You know what I'm saying? Like there are fucking pervs. We have all these laws because mostly cis men won't stop being fucking pervs. So yeah, I know you want the world to be lollipops and gumdrops and rainbows, but the reality is it is not. And people, and we don't say that glibly or cynically. We say that it's a fucking reality. And by the way, y'all run cover for these dudes every goddamn day. So like,
Yeah.
you're like, what little privileged white brain do you have? What little, oh, it's just so sweet. Oh, you couldn't even imagine anything like that happening. Oh my God. I don't talk to other people.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know if this happens.
I've never read a book before. I've never seen
Maya
a TV
Angelou.
show.
Oh, that's CRT.
I was watching this interview with this guy who used to be part of Operation Rescue, who's now like converted to being not that guy. He's still a reverend. But he was like, when I used to envision people with unplanned pregnancies who we were trying to save, I always thought of white women who had their little baby that after they were saved, and they had a community around them of pro-life people. He said, and then I realized that that's not everyone's reality. You don't fucking say.
Yeah.
You don't get like
You
a
know what I'm
welcome
saying?
basket with like little salamis and chocolates when you just decide to have your baby. You don't.
No.
At
It's
some
like
point,
It's like the people who ask me, well, how dare you support abortion when you have 7 kids? It's because I have 7 kids. Are you fucking kidding me? I know what it's like to have 7 fucking kids. And I know what it's like to be sitting on the side of your bathtub with an EBT test going, God, are you mad at me? Are you fucking with me right now? Like, seriously, I just wanted to have sex one time. One time, sir. You know, like, I mean, like, I don't know what that's like. I mean, I would never make someone pick what I had a mom that supported me and a grandma that helped me. Not everybody has the support I had.
Yeah. And this is why it is about choice and also about supporting all pregnancy outcomes that I know Liz Winstead constantly has ingrained into my brain. Yeah, exactly. Supporting all the pregnancy outcomes and how much this is linked to reproductive justice overall. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuation room. Do it.